Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. From 13 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Complete to Marcus Johnson. Touchdown.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Completes it to Aguilar. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and a yard. The 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Watch out. Tight end right. Even. Watch safety.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A huge play there on the screen pass. 48 yards. From the red zone now, Mariota. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And look at that. I'd say somebody's already in mid-season form here in game number 1.
Doesn't need a whole lot of carries in the preseason, does he? He needs to get the ball when it counts. And when it does, he makes it count.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Marcus Johnson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, we got to seal. We got to seal. We got to seal. Not today, you want? Not today. One. Check. Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield.
They just get the play off. Now Mariota. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Let's go.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Play action now. Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 30. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On first down, Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Hey, we got to seal. We got to seal. We got to seal. I'm coming after you. One. Mike 9. Mike 9. One. Charlie. Twist. Slam. He's moving, boys, he's moving. Three.
Mariota now after the fumble recovery. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
One. Check hot route. Hot. Alert 3.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Bashaud Breeland, the one that got him down.
He was brought down by Bashaud Breeland. A 2-yard gain brings up second down at the Chiefs' 34-yard line.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Mike 9. One.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mariota is going to find his running back. It's complete. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Hey, we got to seal. Three. Mike 9. Echo. Mike 9. I'll get him.
A first down throw for Mariota. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
It's just me and you. Nine's the mic. You're trash. Mike 9. One.
To throw Mariota. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey, we got to seal.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. 4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the right hash, this from 33. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky. But that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, and we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up. This should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
3 down. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Mahomes now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, as time expires in the first half. The Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'll be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play, and that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll run it now out of the gun. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off the play fake, Mariota. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. On 4th down, they snap it to Mariota. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. On play action, Mariota. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Lucky. Check. No. Off.
They go play action. Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
Check 52. One. Check 13. Check 3. Where you at?
To the air again. Mariota. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Mariota now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Play fake. Mariota. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Watch the pass. Here we go.
Mariota. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And he'll give it here to his running back. Got some room at the 30. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Complete, it's Johnson. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. From the 45 on 2nd down, Mahomes. Flush to his right. Johnson's got it complete. 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Mahomes now on 1st down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in the East Bay. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing now is Mahomes. And now he'll tuck it and run. All in all, no gain on the Chiefs on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Go!
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Mariota to throw it. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Mariota. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. He may try and run for this. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. First down, Mariota. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
It's 3rd and 7.
That's it, baby. One. Watch the pass. Mike 9.
On 3rd down, Mariota. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36.
It's 4th down.
Watch the run.
Now Mariota on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Chiefs will use... The first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Pick up the ball. 14's the mic. Hey, let's get that.
Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
15. Let's go, baby.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He is going to find Hill here. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Hey, try on these two. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Mike, check 33. Bound to lose 1. 15.
On 1st down, Mahomes. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Record. Hey, check Mike 33. Switch up.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, and now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Game situation, let's go. Sunday.
Mahomes to throw once more. They complete it to Hill. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown This thing is ugly.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go. 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes, Coach, say that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Darren Waller, 76 yards. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. And he converts, and it cuts the lead to 35-7. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for Kansas City, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a rope.
Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist. I get the money, but I never switch. This ain't you know they kept in the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit. I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hate cause ice on the wrist. My bitches wanna be famous. They act like they made us. You know I'm icy in Vegas. This for the haters. I make a lot of new money. When it's not saving. You liking my flavor. I think it's cause ice on the wrist.